Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is October's Craft IQ Challenge with JQ Crafty. We have 7 different layers. We have this awesome sketch by JQ Crafty herself. And I'm going to share that with you right. This is our list. And so the first thing is this sketch right here. Super cool. I love that. She created it herself. And then we've got puffy stickers, which I have with my collection by Vicki Boutin's Fernwood. I have 2 different kinds of puffy stickers. Circles, there's some different ones in this collection, plus I'm going to bring in some different round things like that metal bit there. Poppy yellow, so I've got some yellow in this collection. Something metal, which is this Paper Studio Gears. Clear stickers, which are these Stickabilities by Paper Studio. And inking my edges, so I have this sapphire, Chip Sapphire by Tim Holtz, and then the twist is putting whatever your metal item is on ribbon or twine or something like that. So here is that sketch again. You can see I'm watching the live with Sandy, State Goddess. So I decided I would use her stencil while I was at it. So I'm going to use all this Fernwood stuff that I've got, this awesome collection. And then I have these pictures from our trip 2 weeks ago to Gettysburg. And so I want to document that. So I've got all the stuff I need in my sketch. So let's see how this goes. So she has in the sketch the little strips of ink or paper, whatever you want to use. I decided I was going to take this ink through these little triangles. Now this is my brand new, literally just received it yesterday, the day I created this layout. This is my brand new stencil from Scrapping Reflections. And so I was on the live while I'm doing this right now, talking to her via live chat, and decided that I would use this as my way of doing this little stripey bits. So I just put it through every, off and on. I did like a line of 2 and then a line of 1, and I like the way that it looks. It's not exactly like what she has, but it still gives me that same concept. So then I take the Fernwood papers and I used all scraps. The only full thing is that background paper, which was just a solid white cardstock, which I'm about 99% sure came from Hobby Lobby. And then I picked these 3 scraps that I had that were full 12 by 12s and made sure they were going to work well together. Separated the 2 brighter colors with that more aged brown. And I'm inking the sides with the same thing, the sapphire, Chip Sapphire by Tim Holtz. And I'm just laying them down while the ink is drying, and, just kind of setting on my layout. And then I am going to tape all these things down. And then once I get that attached, I am going to trim off the excess. And of course, put that back in my stash because that beautiful stripe of green and blue right there is awesome. Plus, the other side is gorgeous. Vicki Boutin's papers are just always so stunning. And I decided I'm going to use, where she has her title off to the side, I'm going to use this little clipboard and I'm going to mat it on this wood grain paper. And then that's going to go over to the side of my pictures, and I'm going to use it instead of as my title, I'm going to use it for my journaling. And there will probably be a little bit more journaling in this scrapbook because we went on a lot of adventures, and it will be, the full documentation of our book. Of our trip. I did create a small, kind of like a travel journal that's 24 pages or 20, something like that. And I think it's 24 pages. And I created that on the go while we were there. And then finished it when we got home that weekend. And so you can find a video of that on my YouTube channel. But I wanted to make an actual 12 by 12 book so that I can fit all the stuff, because I just put a handful of things in the book that I did. It was an 8 by 8, 24 pages. And so, not all the things were going to fit. So I decided to use 4 of these 2x2 pictures because all 4 of these had a lot of blue sky behind them, and that's what I wanted, was to use those. And so I matted those in another scrap that was predominantly blue with a little white. And then I put that, all 4 of them down in the same place on the sketch, and then tucked that little clipboard in, like I said, where she has the title. And then I brought these clouds in because it was a cloudy day. It rained a little, but not too much. So here are the metal I'm bringing in. I decided I would use this one that looks kind of like a steering wheel because we went on a driving tour of Gettysburg. So I made the mistake of not hole punching where the clipboard hole would be. So I pulled out my Crop-A-Dile and did that. And then I'm going to put this ribbon through the back with some Nuvo Deluxe on it. And so the end of this ribbon is tucked in, and the other end is tied to the little steering wheel. And it's just going to hang down right there. And I glue the ribbon at the top to go over towards the side, so it's not hanging down right over the journaling that'll go on there. And then I'm going to use a couple more of the clear stickers. One says love, one says inspire, and I just kind of put them on those lighter colors up there on the left side. I do love that pop of yellow that is on there because everything else is a little bit either darker or more toned down, and that yellow is just kind of in your face, which I'm good with. So I have written down the list of things I need to have on my layout, and I was just marking those off. So I pull out my puffy stickers, which is going to be the next thing added to my list of things on the layout, and one more layer taken care of. So I was going to put a title on there from these puffy word phrases, but none of them fit. So I decided that I would use this Love It, because we did really enjoy the driving trip that we did. And it was like an app you could download. And as you got closer to a place, it would start talking to you and tell you about things that happened there. And it was really cool to get the history and to be able to see where things happened. And then there were monuments and statues and things like that. And so it was really neat. So I decided that I would just title this Love It. I pull that butterfly out and put it on there, really just for a pop of color. I put that flower down there to kind of give a little bit of something between the pictures and this journaling space. I'm also needing to bring in circles, so I have some circles that I'm bringing in different ways. Interestingly enough, and it was a total accident, but the triangles, the way that Sandy has them on her stencil, if you ink them in a certain way, they look like circles of triangles. And you can kind of see it in that right below the journaling. It's like a half a circle. And so I did another layout today with it and fully inked the circles. It's so cool. I can't wait to do more with it and to maybe pull out some paste or something. So anyway, so I have added some puffy stickers. I have added some round features. I've got some butterflies on there, a dragonfly, and now I'm going to start journaling about how we went on this driving tour of Gettysburg and learned a lot about the events of the days, of all of the adventures and things that happened there. Sorry, it's way too late for me to be trying to have any kind of history lesson, guys. This is just the beginning of me documenting this trip, but I do want to take the time to journal as much as I can on the layouts if there's a need for it. So here is my sketch again, or JQ Crafty Jackie sketch, and here are the list of items that I have on my layout. I did get all 7 as well as the twist. I love this sketch, and I will do some more layouts with this, probably a matching one with more 2x2s of the monuments, because there were a ton of monuments. So there is the close-ups. I really did have fun doing this. Like I said, I started out creating while watching and being a part of State Goddesses live, and then finished up watching a Hallmark movie or listening while I was scrapping. So I hope you'll go down below and check out all the other people who are creating with JQ Crafties challenges and her sketch. It's a lot of fun. You should participate. Starting November 1, we'll get our next challenge. So I hope to see you. Have a great day, and I hope you'll come back and see me again real soon. Happy scrapping.